Hi guys, and welcome back to another video again with the Powers. I'm Jake. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through a solo playthrough of One Earth, the board game. One Earth, the board game is a brand new board game that just started fulfilling about a couple weeks ago. It is about you and others are working to build your best city or civilization, but also trying to make sure you maintain the Earth and that the emissions don't get so high that the Earth becomes uninhabitable. So it's a cool, climate game, like ecosystem type game, and so you're going to be building your little tableaus and things like that. But One Earthy board game is coming to you from Qadi Arts or Cation Arts. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that wrong, and it's also brought to you by Mazdar as well. I backed this on GameFound. And it looks very interesting. So let's go ahead and jump down to the table where I got everything set up for a solo playthrough. So we're down here at the table where I got everything set up for a solo playthrough of One Earth, the board game. Alright, they do have an Automa mode, so the military general is the person I'm playing against, and he is the Automa computer. The purpose of the game, guys, as you see, there's two different tracks here. This top track is the global emissions track, which I actually realized I forgot something. I need to grab my global emissions marker. But the one below the emissions track, which is right here, so I'm starting off at 0 emissions, all right? So the one below is called the prosperity track, and that is essentially your victory point tracker, all right? How the game is going to end is either myself or the military general is going to reach 30 on the prosperity track. But however, if this global emissions track ever hits 30, I will immediately lose the game because the planet becomes uninhabitable. Okay, so kind of how things are going to work is I will be selecting these cards down here, trying to build my city or my civilization. Each of these cards is going to have emissions and a prosperity. That's going to increase the parts of my track. I can also buy climate policy cards to reduce the emissions and technology cards to help boost the efficiency of some of these cards that I buy. All right, let's go ahead and just jump right in, and I'll kind of walk you through the steps as possible. So taking a look over here on the other camera, taking a look at my leader here, I'm going to be the scientist, all right? So the scientist will say I earn, each technology that I fund will earn you 1 currency, a max of 2 per round, and plus 2 victory points for each technology that I have funded, all right? So you're starting with 7 coins right over here, and let's go ahead and get ready to play. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do right off the bat is on your turn, you're able to buy 2 project cards, up to 2 project cards, 1 climate policy card, and 1 technology card, okay? You got a lot of money. The first thing I think I'm going to do, however, is, I think I'm going to spend 6 coins, all right? So I need to grab 1 back, and I'm going to grab this nuclear power plant, all right? So you'll see right here on the nuclear power plant, the top left-hand corner. So this is the emissions track, so I gain 0 emissions from this. This is the prosperity symbol right here, so I'll gain 2 prosperity. That is how much the card will cost, and that is the type of card that counts for endgame scoring, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and we'll actually put him above my scientist so you guys can see. All right, so I will go up 2 prosperity on the track, and I have $1 left over. I can't really buy anything from that. The project card is going to fill, and then now we're going to move into the Automa General, all right? So the Automa General is going to draw his card, and there's going to be a couple pieces of information on this card. So right here, this is going to tell me the project cards that I'll be discarding. So I'll discard the number 2 and number 3 project card. This would be for a 2-player game, and then for a 1-player game, the general is going to gain 2 prosperity and then 3 global emissions. That's how much that's going to go up. All right. So again, I'm discarding the project cards in 2 and 3. So these are going to be these 2 cards. They're going to get discarded. And then global emissions is going up 3 to 6, and then his prosperity is going up 2 to be even with me. All right, and I'm going to put his Automa card right there so we are ready. So then I will refill everything that comes up. We're now going to come back to me. So on my turn, I will gain income, and you will gain income to the amount of prosperity that you have. So I have 2 prosperity on the track, so I will gain a 3rd income. And let's see what I'm going to do with 3. I don't have anything here for 3. So let me look up my technologies here. And is there any 3 technologies that might be able to help me out? Yes, there is. All right. So here's the technology deck. Whenever you want to buy, I'll go over to this camera. Whenever you want to buy a technology card, what you will simply do is look through the whole deck and pay the cost that is in the top right-hand corner. All right. So let's take a look at some of these. We got, I'll bring it back to the camera over here. So we got green buildings. That's a mixed-use building, mall, and a hotel. We have a enhanced energy output. Can be used on a solar power plant, large solar power plant, wind farm, and then solar power plant, large wind farm, farm, and carbon capture. All right, well, I don't have anything for 3 that I can buy, so I'm going to have to, man, I don't have a lot I can do. I think I'm going to have to pass my turn. So I will pass my turn. We're going to go to the next guy right here. So we have the next Automa card. So discarding cards 1, 4, and 6. All right. The blue card right here will show that I am discarding a random technology. And then global emissions of 4 and his prosperity of 1. So global emissions is at 10. And I need to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. All right. And then also a random technology card. So we're just going to go ahead and give this a shuffle. And then just get rid of that one. All right. That was an architect. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and refill everything that is back in here. All right. And then we are coming back to my turn. So again, I will gain 2 coins for being at my prosperity. Wait, I should be at 2. That was 1. I apologize. I am at the wrong spot. All right. So I should be there at 2 because of my nuclear power plant. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see, I got 5. Whoo-wee. I mean, these are some big, maybe clothing textile for 3. I don't want a lot of emissions. I think I'm going to spend 3 coins, all right, and grab me a clothing and textiles building right here. So clothing textile building going to give me a, there we go. Clothing and textile building going to give me emissions of 3 and a prosperity of 2. So put that in my little area there. And then, so I'm going up a global emissions of, or I'm going up 3 on the emissions track. Global emissions will go up 3 as well. And then I'm going up 2, which is going to bring me up to 4. All right. I got 2 coins left over. This is going to refill. And I don't see anything that I would like. All of the climate cards, guys, are going to be 3, 6, and 9 coins. And technologies are 3 and 4. All right. So now we're going to the next military general with his Automa card. All right. So we got a, get this in focus here. All right. So we got a discard 6 and 5, and then he is going up 4 on the global emissions and 3 on prosperity. Woof. Man, this is rough. So he's going up 3 to 5. This is going up 4 up to 17. And discard 5 and 6 from the project track. And boom. And boom. All right. Man, that hydroelectric power plant looking nice. So back up to me. I will now gain 4 coins. All right, 4 coins. And let's see what I'm going to buy. I need to buy a... we got 4. 3 is the cheapest, but that goes... I need to buy some technology cards. I have a clothing and textile to help get some. Let's see what else we got. Oil industry, gas power plant, solar power plant. Clothing and textile -1 emissions though. That's for 4. It's gonna help me in the long run. But maybe I'll wait. All right, I think I'm going to spend 4 here. and grab this Masdar City card. Masdar City right there. If it wants to get in view, there we go. Masdar City. Go ahead and put that in my city there. So I'm gaining 2, so I'm up to 6. And then I'm going 1 on the track and then 1 on the global emissions track. All right, we're going to go ahead and refill this. There's a farm. That's what I need. So Mr. Automa is coming out. All right, so we have a discarding project card 2 and 4, discard a random technology, go up 3, and his prosperity is going up 3. All right, so let me discard 2, which is a farm, which is very unfortunate, and 4, we're discarding another random technology. Let me go ahead and give this a shuffle really quickly and discard this one. All right, oops, and then we need to move global emissions up 3 to 21, and then his prosperity up 3 to 5, which is 8. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and refill the solar power plant and a wind farm. All right, that's not bad. So now coming back up to me, I'm gonna go ahead and gain 6. We're gaining 6 coins here. And man, I gotta start. I think what I'm gonna do is spend 5 and 6, and I'm gonna buy both a solar power plant and a wind farm. All right, buying both a solar power plant and a wind farm here. All right, we'll go ahead and put them in my little area. Maybe you might be able to see that. All right, I'm actually stack them in respective areas. So solar power plant and well, actually I'm not gonna stack them. I'm just gonna leave them like that. All right, so we got a solar power plant and a wind farm. So they both don't give any emissions whatsoever, but I go up 2 on the track. That'll bring me up to 8 prosperity. We will now fill, and I need to spend my 6. So I got 2 left over, not a whole lot there to work with, and now we're gonna go to the next Automa card. All right, so we are discarding project cards 1, 3, and 5. Discarding a random climate policy, going up 2 on the emissions track, and he's getting 4 prosperity. All right, so project cards 1, 3, and 5. All right, we're getting a random climate policy card. All right, random climate policy card here. We'll just do this one. And what else? We're going up 2 on the emissions track, so 23. And then he's grabbing 4, so he's going to be at 12. All right, we'll go ahead and refill these. And back to my turn. So I'm now getting 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now is when I can finally start doing some work here. Finally start doing some work, I believe. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a technology. So what do I got? I got a solar power plant, which is gonna help me. All right, so I'm gonna spend 3 right off the bat. Grab me this enhanced energy output card, which is for the solar power plant, which will double the project's prosperity. So you'll just go ahead and slide that underneath the card, making you aware that you've used that. So that'll give me 1 extra prosperity point. All right, so that is my let's see if I can scoot some stuff down here a little bit. All right, so that is my whatchamacallit. That's my technology action. All right, and then now I have 5, 6, 7 left over. Do I have something for 3? I do. I will spend I think what I'm gonna do is do a climate policy. So I'm gonna do reforestation. So spending 3 coins and reduce player and global emissions by 1. Okay, I'm just gonna put that right there. So I need to spend 3. This will give me a 2 back. So we're going to reduce my global emissions by 1, or my emissions by 1, global emissions by 1. All right. And then I'm going to spend 3. Oh, I got 4 actually. I have 4. I could get that gas power plant. But global emissions is going up 4. That's the hard part. I'm going to spend 3 coins, give me 1 back, and I'm going to grab another wind farm over here, which will give me +1 prosperity. All right, so that is going to be the end of my turn. We're going to go ahead and refill, bring out the Automa card here. So we have a project card 3 and 5 are discarded. He's discarding both a climate and a technology card. Global emissions up 2 and prosperity up 4. All right. So we're discarding 3 and 5 again with the farm. And then both a random technology card. We'll do this one. And then a random climate policy card. All right. We'll do that one. And so then his global emissions goes up 2 to 24, and his prosperity is up 4 to 16. All right. So that is Mr. Military General over here. Man, we are getting dangerously close to this. All right. So back up onto my turn. I will gain 10 coins. All right. I will also gain an additional coin because I have funded a technology. All right. And we are going to do some things here. All right. I hope I'm going to try and do some things. So let me look at these climate policy cards. I think what I'm going to do is spend 6. So I need 4 back. And I'm going to fund this Bex card. So reduce player and global emissions by 2. All right. So I'm going down to 2. That's going down to 2 at 22. All right. And then I have 4, 5, 6 left over. I think I'm going to fund this school here for 5. All right. So a global emissions and my emissions of 1 and a prosperity of 2. All right. So we got a school. So that's 1, 2. And then global emissions of 1, my emissions of 1. All right, so that is 5. All right, so now we're going on to Mr. General here. So he's got a project card, discarding project card 1 and 6, and then I will be global emissions 3, his prosperity up 3. All right, so project cards. Well, I got to refill that first. Project cards 1 and 6. And we have a solar power plant and a university coming out. All right. So his emissions are going up 3 to 20. Global emissions is up 3. He is going up 3 to 19. All right. So now we're coming back to me. So I'm getting 12. 10, 11, 12. I'm getting additional. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is spend 9. All right, so, well, maybe, let me see. I need to get another technology card out because that's how I'm going to score victory points, but can't score victory points if I get to there. Here's the conundrum I'm in, and he's got a quite big lead on me, but if this gets to 30, I automatically lose the game. So I got to play my cards right. So I think what I'm going to do is spend 3, grab 1 solar power plant right there, and just put that to the side with that one. All right. Put these coins on my scientist. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Solar power plant. Then we need to refill, and we got a large ranch. Okay. Solar power plant will bring me up 1. It does no global emissions. All right. And I have 11 left over. Let me go ahead and see if I can grab another 3. Yeah, so I'll spend 3 to grab. So I need 2, 4, 6, and 7. All right. So 7 left over. And I'm going to grab this enhanced energy output card again. go ahead and put that on that solar power plant right there. And give me another prosperity. Move me up to 14. All right. Now I have... Ooh, I think I'm going to spend 2, 4, and 5. All right. So spending 5 coins here. And I'm going to grab this university card. So 5 coins, up 1 on emissions, plus 2 on the track. So I'm going up 1, 2. Global emissions up, or my emissions up 1. Global emissions up 1. And hopefully he doesn't get a 3, and I can stall him out this turn. Actually, you got that farm, which is nice. That's 1 and 1. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm getting nervous here. All right, moving on to the military general. All right, so he's going to be discarding project card 5 and 6, a technology card, up 1 on the global missions, up 5 on the prosperity track. All right, so he's doing 5 and 6. So there goes my farm again, which is just crazy. Random technology card. All right, we're just going to discard the one that's on top, and we are doing a so global emissions is up 1. He's going up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is that. All right. So bringing out the next 2 projects. Man. Oof. All right. So I am gaining 16. All right. So 10, 5, and 1 here. Scoot that over so you guys can see it. Then I gain an additional 2 because I funded 2 projects. So I get an extra 2 coins. And we're ready to rock. So the first thing I'm going to do is fund this direct air carbon capture for 9, reducing my emissions and global emissions by 3. So let's go 1, 2, and 3. That's going 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then that's the first thing I'm doing. The next thing is oil, coal power plant, gas fire power plant, fossil fuel, electronics, clothing, and textile. I don't think I have a whole lot here, because if this gets to 30, I'm screwed. I think what I'm gonna do is for 4 coins, do the enhanced energy efficiency for my clothing and textile, reducing its emissions by 1. So I will need to pay 4 coins for that. So that's going to be on my clothing and textiles, which will reduce the carbon by that. So we're going down to 24. All right. So that was my climate policy and my technology. All right. So now I have 8 that I can buy some projects with. Nothing here really looks good. Oil, coal, gas. That gas I can reduce by 2. Man, I think, let's see, I could get that gas, reduce it by 2, but I've already bought a technology card this turn. That's what I should have done. But, all right, well, I think I'm not going to buy anything and pass my turn here because I don't want to risk anything getting close to that. All right, so we're getting close. All right, so we got a project card 2 and 4, up 1 on global emissions, up 5 on the prosperity track. All right, so projects 2 and 4, well, there's my gas-powered energy plant. All right. 2 and 4, he goes up 1, and then he's going up 5 to 29. All right, so he is smoking me right now. So now we're going to go to the phase, the production phase, where I get my coins. So that's 10 and 16, plus I get 2 more. All right, which is just grab me a 2 here. So I got a lot of money, whole lot of money. Well, you can't see any of this. All right, I got a whole lot of money and not a lot to do with it. All right, first thing I'll do is fund this climate policy for 3, which is reforestation, which is reduce global emissions by 1. And that is going to cost me 3 coins. So we'll go ahead and do that. What is that technology? Oil, coal, and gas. All right, that's oil, coal, and gas. Oil, coal, and gas-fired power plant. All right, so I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to spend 4. All right, so I'm just going to trade in a 5. Trade in a 5 over here. All right, to grab this oil industry. All right, so this is going to oil industry. So it's going to increase global emissions and my emissions by 5, but give me 3 prosperity. So we'll go ahead and put that bad boy there. So I'm going up 5 on the track. This is going up 5 to 29, and I get 3 prosperity up to 19. Okay, the next card will come out. So that was my first card. I've already purchased climate. Now I will purchase the carbon capture technology, which will reduce the emissions of the oil industry by 2. All right, so I'll need to pay 4 for that. I'll just spend a 5 and grab me a 1. All right, and then so that's going to reduce it by 2. So that's 1, 2 for me, 1, 2 for me there. All right, so I got access to 1 more card. All right. Man, nothing here really looks good except for this hospital for 5. So spend 10 coins, get 5 back, and I'm going to buy this hospital here for 5. All right, so put the hospital there. Global emissions goes up 1, that goes up 1, but I gain 2. I gain 2, and that goes there. So moving on to him. So the last card, and well, that's going to be the end of the game. Project card 1 and 4, global emissions up 2, and him up 5, because global emissions goes up 2. We've now reached 30, and the planet is uninhabitable. All right, that's kind of tough. So I am lost. I immediately will lose the game. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of choices there. I was kind of hoping that was a 1 instead of a 2, but I was trying to get some points. I don't even know if I would have been victorious anyway. Let me walk you guys. I'll walk you guys through how scoring would have worked. So you'll take his total prosperity, which would have been 30. All right, and then he gets 3 victory points for every manufacturing card that he discarded. And let me just check real quickly what the manufacturing icon is. I believe it's the gear. Yes, the manufacturing icon is the gear. So you might have noticed that on some cards, they will have a little gear, a little icon like that. So if it has a gear icon, he will get that. So let's take a look at all of his gear icon. Oh yeah, that's all right, so he would have gained 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, so he'd have been at 42 victory points. And then basically how my scoring would have worked is, let's calculate this out. So I did not trigger the end game, so I would not get 3 points. I'll gain victory points equal to my score, which is 21. All right. If your emissions is more than 7, I would subtract 1 victory point for every point above 7, which is not. I'm at 4. If I funded at least 1 technology, that's 1 victory point, so that counts for me. If I funded at least 1 climate, which I have, that's 1 victory point, so that's positive for me. So that's 2 extra victory points, so I would be at 1 and 2, so I'd be at 23. You gain 1 victory point for every 2 units of currency you have left over. So that's 1, that's 2, and that would be 3, 4, 5. So I would be at 28, all right, for my currency that is left over. And then you will gain a bonus based on how many different sectors that have funded. Now these sectors, again, are these little icons right there in your corner. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. So that would be an additional 8 victory points. So that would put me at 36. All right. And then any other bonuses from my leaders. So I'll gain 2 victory points for every technology that I funded. So 2, 4, 6. So that will put me at 42. All right. Well, we would have been tied. And it says even with a tie, you will still lose. All right. You must surpass the player, right? If there is a tie, you will lose. So I would end up losing anyway, but at least I would have tied, all right? All right, guys. Well, look, that is One Earth, the board game. This is the solo version of the game. This, the same way, would kind of work in a 2-player game. You're using that Automa player. This game is really meant to be like a 3 to 5 type player game because they have a cool like resolution mode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. As always, go ahead and drop a like, comment. Have you ever heard of One Earth, the board game? Did you guys back it? Does this interest you a little bit? And as always, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you more awesome content. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.